Good morning to all of you. Class 9th. Today we are going to discuss hydrolysis. Today we are going to discuss hydrolysis. What is hydrolysis? It is the process in which a salt and a water react to form an acid or a base solution. I will repeat again. It is the process in which a salt and water react to form an acid or a basic solution. If you see this, you notice a thing. This is just reverse for neutralization. In case of neutralization, reaction between an acid and base that forms salt and water only. And in this, salt and water react to form acid or basic solution. In the process of hydrolysis, only those salt hydrolysis that formed by which salt hydrolysis? Only those salt show hydrolysis that are formed by reaction of strong base and weak acid. First category is this. Which salt hydrolysis? Those are formed by strong base and weak acid. And second category, which salt hydrolysis? Which are formed with strong acid and weak base. Either salt is formed from strong base and weak acid, or salt is formed from strong acid and weak base. Only then salt get hydrolysis. Why this happen? Now you see. To understand it better, first you see basic solution and acidic solution. Basic solution. A salt formed due to a strong base and a weak acid. Strong base and weak acid. If a salt formed due to a strong base and weak acid, on dissolving in water, will make a basic solution because base is strong in this case. A basic solution is formed. And a basic solution turn red litmus blue, that you already know. Basic solution turn red litmus blue. And when acidic solution is formed, if salt formed due to a strong acid and a weak base, now acid is strong. So if salt is formed from these two, then salt is or solution that is formed is acidic solution. So always remember, only those salt hydrolysis or show hydrolysis which are formed either by strong base and weak acid or by strong acid and weak base. Only those salt hydrolysis which are formed either by this process or by this. If they are formed by this process, strong base and weak acid, if we are using strong base, then solution is formed is basic solution. And if strong acid and weak base, then solution is formed acidic solution. You can see first basic solution here. Basic solution. In case of basic solution, strong base you have to take. You can. Now we are going to discuss hydrolysis. It is the process in which a salt and water. Now salt and water react to form acidic or basic solution. First we are going to take salt plus water. they react to form 2NaOH, which is a strong base, plus H2CO3. This is weak acid. Now you can see this forward process, and from this product you can see if basic solution or a salt and water react to form acid and base. This is hydrolysis. And you can notice one more thing. In this case, base is strong and acid is weak. So this product, this salt is a basic solution. This salt is a basic salt. And if second, you can see, you take FeCl3 plus 3H2O, FeOH3 plus 3HCl. This one is a weak base. This one is a strong acid. This one is a weak base. This one is a strong acid. And weak base and strong acid, they are combined to form this salt. But here we are discuss only hydrolysis. From these two process you can see hydrolysis. In hydrolysis, salt react with water to form acid or basic solution. From this process, strong base and weak acid you get as a product. From this you get weak base and strong acid as a product. If salt react with water and you get acid and base, this process is known as hydrolysis. This process is known as hydrolysis. It is the process in which a salt and water react to form an acid or basic solution. Same thing happened here. Acid and this salt and water react to form acid and base. And what is acidic or basic solution? Basic solution, when basic solution is formed, a salt formed due to a strong base and a weak acid, basic solution is formed. Salt formed due to a strong acid and a weak base, acidic solution is formed. And only which salt show hydrolysis? Those salt which are formed by strong base and weak acid, or by strong acid and weak base. If salt are formed by these or by this process, only those salt show hydrolysis. Is this clear? Next topic we are going to discuss. This one is last topic from your chapter, second chapter. Chemical reaction, that chapter we are going. Here we are going to discuss what is chemical energy. Here we are going to discuss chemical energy. To understand it, first see this definition. Every substance has a fixed amount of stored energy. Every substance has a fixed amount of stored energy, which is in the form of potential energy. You know that stored energy is in the form of potential energy, and that stored energy is referred to as chemical energy. Every substance has a fixed amount of stored energy, which is in the form of potential energy and is referred to as chemical energy. That stored energy in every substance is known as chemical energy. In every chemical change or chemical reaction, change in energy is involved. In every chemical change or chemical reaction, change in energy is involved. There is a difference between chemical energy of reactants and the product. This energy can be in the form of heat, light, sound, and electricity. Now, listen to me carefully. Chemical energy involve the breaking up of chemical bonds between atoms, resulting in adsorption of energy. Always remember, when you break chemical bond, you always required energy. In that case, energy is adsorbed. A chemical energy involve the breaking up of chemical bond between atoms, resulting in adsorption of energy in the form of heat and simultaneous formation of bond with release of energy. Always remember, when bonds are breaking up of chemical bond between atom, resulting in adsorption of energy in the form of heat and simultaneous formation of bond with release of energy. These two type of energy are different from each other. There is either a surplus or a defect of energy during the reaction. Therefore, in chemical reaction, energy is either absorbed or released. Depending upon the energy release during a chemical reaction or energy adsorbed, chemical change or chemical reactions are of two types: exothermic, endothermic. I think now you know what is chemical energy. Every substance has a fixed amount of stored energy, which is in the form of potential energy and is referred to as chemical energy. That depending upon the energy is released during a chemical reaction or energy adsorbed, chemical changes or chemical reactions are of two types: exothermic or endothermic. First, we are going to see exothermic, a chemical reaction in which heat is given out is called exothermic reaction. For example, carbon plus oxygen. When carbon burn in presence of oxygen to form CO2, a lot of energy is produced. When a bond is formed after combining, in case of bond is formed, energy is evolve. This thing we already read there, that in your book also in one paragraph is given formation of bond with release of energy. Always remember, formation of bond. Here bond is formed between carbon and oxygen. Formation of bond with release of energy. So heat is released in this case. You can see one more example. CH4. Combustion of natural gas is an important source of energy for home and industries. Natural gas is mainly methane. Is complete combustion in presence of O2. Complete combustion produce CO2 plus 2H2O. Produce its complete combustion produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. Substance such as methane, which undergo combustion in the presence of oxygen, combustion readily and given out a large amount of energy, are known as fuels. Always remember, formation of bond with release of energy. Formation of bond with release of energy. Same, exothermic, a chemical reaction in which heat is evolved, heat is released, heat is given out, is called exothermic reaction. Formation of bond with release of energy. Same way, one biological reaction in our body also. Our body need energy to make possible the reaction that take place in our cells. These reactions allow us to carry out everyday activities. We need energy to stay alive, and we get this energy from food. During digestion, food is broken. During digestion, food is broken down into simpler substance. For example, carbohydrate in rice, potatoes, and bread are broken down to form glucose. The combustion of glucose. This reaction you can see C6H12O6. Combustion of glucose with oxygen in the cells of body. In the cells of body provide energy with release of CO2 and H2O. This reaction in our body is exothermic and is known as or known by special name respiration. Respiration, rusting, burning of coal, petrol, kerosene are some common exothermic reaction. Now we are going to discuss its second category, endothermic. It is just reverse from exothermic. A chemical reaction in which heat is adsorbed is called endothermic reaction. In this case, heat is adsorbed, and this reaction cannot be sustained without supply of energy from an external source. In this case, heat is adsorbed. You can see carbon. When carbon is heated with sulfur at high temperature, then liquid carbon disulfide is formed. In this case, you provide heat or energy in the form of heat. A chemical reaction in which heat is adsorbed is called endothermic reaction, and this reaction cannot be sustained without supply of energy from an external source. So it very necessary to provide energy from external source. This energy in the form of heat is provided here. And one more example you can see, nitrogen and oxygen are heated together to a temperature of about 3000 degrees Celsius. Nitric oxide gas is formed. This is an endothermic reaction. Why? Because heat is provided. Heat is adsorbed in this case. Heat is provided when nitrogen and oxygen are heated together to a temperature of about 3000 degrees Celsius. Nitric oxide is formed. And one more common reaction you read from, I think, your childhood, that photochemical reaction. It is a reaction that occurs with adsorption of light energy, and it's one of the most famous example. You know that photosynthesis. Photosynthesis an example for a photochemical reaction. In this, 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O. And sunlight, they form C6H12O6 plus C6H2O plus glucose. This is a photochemical reaction. And one more category for reaction. Electrochemical reaction. This one is a photochemical reaction. This one is a electrochemical reaction. As the name suggested, photochemical, chemical reaction in the presence of light, chemical reaction in the presence of electricity. It's one most used example in 8th class also. Acidulated water break into hydrogen and oxygen in the presence of electric current. This is electrochemical reaction. Photochemical reaction which is proceed in the presence of light. Electrochemical reaction which proceed in the presence of electrical current. And this is your topic, hydrolysis, basic solution, acidic solution. Example for hydrolysis reaction, chemical, what is chemical energy, type of chemical energy, exothermic and endothermic, photochemical reaction and electrochemical reaction. And here your second chapter is completed, and all of you try to solve its exercise. And if you have any kind of problem regarding exercise, then you ask all your doubts. Thank you.